Right, folks. Hey, thanks for being with me today. I hope this can be a action-packed hour for you that gives you a good overview of the opportunities with Facebook contests and promotions. And just as you see on the screen there, this is going to have a video replay, and slides are going to be available in 8 to 12 hours. So glad to have you join me today, and just want to take a little bit of a moment to get started by giving you a little story and a little bit of an overview of how I think Facebook marketing fits in. And I'm broadcasting to you today from Indiana in the United States. So I'm in the Midwest, and here in the Midwest we are not known for our great skiing locations. Okay, so we're basically in farmland, and it's fairly flat locations, but there are some small ski slopes. And I had the opportunity when I was younger to learn to ski on one of the local ski slopes here. Okay, and this was the kind of thing where tow ropes would kind of pull us up to the top, and we would go down, and within 10-15 seconds we're down at the bottom of the hill, the mountain. Okay, quote mountain. It was a hill, and that was in when I was a young teenager, 13, 14 years old, that I was able to learn to ski, and kept skiing a little bit through high school. I did a lot of sports and different things, and then went on to college. And when I went on to college, I got out of Indiana, and I went west further, and I had the opportunity to go skiing in Colorado, and Breckenridge to be specific, and that's in the United States. I mean, Colorado is a great skiing destination. Lots of slopes there that are awesome. And when you go to Colorado and when you go skiing, this on the screen is kind of the view you have. So when you're getting out there, and when you get to the top, you can ski for a while to go down. Okay, and so remember, I learned to ski in Indiana, and now I'm in Colorado, and I'm skiing. And one of the things that I learned quickly was that skiing here was different. Skiing here was very different. As a matter of fact, in my first day out, I was with a number of other guys, again, college age, so we're having fun, we're taking some risks, and I took a little bit too serious of a risk, and when I should have went left and avoided a little lip that was coming up to go while I was skiing down, I didn't, and I launched, and I flew up in the air. The ground kept going out beneath me because it was a pretty steep slope, and the next thing I knew, I had landed. I had landed in a pine tree going down a ski slope in Colorado. And when I did that, fortunately that helped to soften my landing, and I fell down. And after that, they, was with the guys. Are you okay? Are you okay? And I was okay. I said, well, where's my poles? And they're still up in the tree. So they had to dig my poles out of the tree. Okay, and so that's just a quick story to talk a little bit about the differences between traditional marketing, even online marketing, and social media marketing. Okay, so what we're talking about with Facebook contests and promotions, things like that, we're in the Facebook infrastructure, and it's a different infrastructure. It requires you to operate differently, and that's what we're going to talk about today, because this is not traditional marketing. It's not a push marketing method where you are going to simply push your message out and do direct sales. Facebook is a social network, and you're going to have to be social, and contests and promotions, opportunities are a way that fits, that navigates business into the opportunities in social media, and particularly in Facebook. But again, my other point there is that it's not set up and forget. And I want you'll see that today. You cannot just set a contest or promotion up and let it run. It's going to take some involvement. It's going to take some ongoing involvement. Some of that you can schedule ahead, but that it takes a proactive approach. And you must adapt to this new social style. So we're going to dive in today and go through a number of key pieces. But I just wanted to say welcome. I'm going to turn my webcam off just because I need to take care of my bandwidth here, and I don't want to have too many things on, but I want to say welcome. I hope this is going to be of value to you today. Stay with me through the end. I am recording this, and there will be things available at the end, including a special offer that I want to take you through. So stay with me, and thanks for joining me today. Let's dig into the agenda. All right, with today's agenda, I want to go into 5 types of contests and promotions that you can run. I'm going to introduce them and go through the details for you so that each one hopefully makes sense to you and you can see how you could use that, what the opportunities are, what the possibilities are. I'm also going to go through the specific setup of a TabSite photo contest app just briefly to give you an overview of that and give you, everywhere I go, I'm going to give you hopefully some more resources and some links that can point you to fuller resources, because we're going to try to keep this to an hour and run through some items. So I want to make sure that I give you some details, but I also point you to some further resources. I'm going to take a look at the value to Facebook marketing that promotions and contests can offer, best practices, because you need some of these things. It's again, as I said, it's not just set up and let it go, but there are some steps along the way. There are some steps during a contest promotion that are important to you. And at the end, I'm going to have an open question and answer time, and I'm also going to announce the winner of a tab site and give you another special offer for those who aren't the winner of the free platinum version of a tab site. All right, so right now there was a question out there. I'm still seeing, Mike, you should be seeing my slides now as I present to you. So you guys can post a question if you're not seeing my slides up now. But here's where you can go to post questions. Go to Meeting has a question section. I'm following those there, and we'll try to answer those and address those at the end. And you can also post questions, comments on our Facebook page at facebook.com/tabsite. If you do want to tweet about this and get information out, feel free to do so at using the hashtag FBContest, and I'll watch for those as well on Twitter, on Facebook, Google Plus afterwards, and try to follow up if I haven't gotten to your question there. Again, I am going to be recording this. The slides will be available, and the video for everyone who registered, I will email that out to you. You don't have to do anything. As long as you registered, you're here, so you will get an email from me with access to the video replay and the slides. Can promotions equal sales on Facebook? The answer is yes. Okay. There was a research study done in 2012 by Vocus, and they determined out of that study that 79% of Facebook fans were more likely to purchase from a brand they have liked. Okay, so one of the things that we can do with a contest promotion is that it helps us get out in front of people so that we can grow the community, grow the like count for relevant people that may be interested in your page, and that can ultimately serve to grow your sales. Promotions and contests are a reason for people to come to your page, a reason for people to interact with you on Facebook. And we'll go into that in more detail. You and I know that the major place we spend time is in the news feed on Facebook, because we're scanning our news feed for our friends, for the pages we have liked, and we're going down through that to see what is happening, and then we're clicking through to make a comment or something like that. So contest promotions need to interact in this way. That again, 5 types of contests. I'm going to set up a contest photo app. We're going to take a look at how promotions and contests add value and best practices. Then I'm going to dive into the question and answer with a few more details. So that's the place where we're going to be going today. And I just went through that promotions can help you grow sales on Facebook. This is the overview. I want to finish with this, at the end, so I want to start with it now because this is important to understand. This is the process on Facebook. You want to grow your fans, and a portion of those fans can become leads, and this is what we're going to talk about today. And those leads can then be nurtured, and they can become your customers. And so on Facebook, what you can do in two key areas primarily is to grow your fan count and to grow leads. All right. Now, there is the possibility that directly through Facebook you can get customers as well. We'll talk a little bit about that. But I also do want to point out that the process I'm talking about today is something that does usually involve other forms of digital media, such as email marketing, because as we're growing our fan base, just think of it this way. If I can grow my Facebook page through contest promotions and different things to get to 10,000 fans, then if I can convert a percentage of those, 10,000 fans, now I can get 1,000 leads out of that, and I can nurture that through some email marketing campaigns, then ultimately I can grow my customer base. And so that's a key that we want to walk you through and go through the details on. All right, so now I've got someone saying that audio feedback. So are you hearing me clearly? Let me just hear from a few other people, or am I having some audio difficulties as well? All right, 5 primary types of Facebook promotions that we want to take a look at today, and the first type is sweepstakes. Okay, first type is sweepstakes. A sweepstakes in general, as the picture on the right shows, is a promotion where there's going to be a random winner. It's not skill-based. They don't have to do something, answer something correctly to win. A sweepstakes is you are entered, and a winner is going to be drawn from all the entries, and that person's going to win. So it's a chance-based opportunity. The value of a sweepstakes on Facebook is that it enables email capture. All right. So as you see on the right, the picture that I'm showing is from San Diego Film Festival, and they did a simple giveaway, enter to win. They were doing something in honor of their Filmmaker Award winner, and they want to give a winner, the person who's going to be drawn, 2 San Diego Film Festival All Access passes. All right, so the person had to fill in their name, their email address, and below there was an I agree to the rules and terms checkbox. They had a terms, rules, and privacy link. People could enter. So very simple. There was 2 fields: name, email address, I agree, enter. And that's what a sweepstakes is. Let me go to another example here. And this one was by Thomas Beach Vacations on their Facebook page, and they were offering the opportunity to win a free 7-night oceanfront stay. Okay, now 7-night is pretty significant there. That's a lot of value, and they got a lot of traction out of theirs. If you can see some of the social sharing that was up the top of the page, this was a popular one, obviously, because of a 7-day. It was a high value there. But it doesn't have to be such a high value, and that's the thing with the sweepstakes. Sweepstakes can work for B2B, B2C industries, and there's a lot of opportunity there. So it's a general type that can work a lot. The price must be relevant, though. Okay, so if one of the things you always see is, hey, let's do an iPad giveaway. All right, okay. Well, an iPad giveaway can be relevant if perhaps you're tech related, or you have a app, or there's some sort of connection to that. But if you're a women's clothing boutique, doing an iPad giveaway is not a relevant prize, okay? Because you're going to get everybody who wants to win an iPad registering for this, and not necessarily those who are interested in your women's line of clothing that your store offers, okay? So that's important with sweepstakes, and it can be something as simple, even a B2B company that has some gear. They have a long sleeve T-shirt with their brand logo on it. That can be something if it's if it's people want to connect with that brand and they want to enter to win that. I mean, that's a low threshold item, but a item that connects with the brand, that keeps the person identifies with the company and the services, products that they offer is what I recommend with a sweepstakes. The other thing I recommend is that you keep the form short. All right. This one here had first name, last name, email address. A lot of them just have name and email address. Okay. And I am definitely recommending that one of the opportunities or one of the fields that you have is email, because as you saw in my outline at the beginning, when we want to go to fan to a lead, from a lead, the way we're going to nurture that lead is being able to follow up with them later. The email address is key in that. Okay, but you do not want to have 10 fields here. It's the same as a e-commerce store in the sense that your barriers go up the more fields you have, and so therefore the less people you have completing it is what occurs. Your dropout rate increases. This is another example of a sweepstakes, and this was the trendsetter. Again, this was you could win a pair of shoes, and so they had image left, simple form on the right, enter for a chance to win. These are usually date specific. You have to enter by a certain amount of time. Again, very simple: name, email address, and shoe name. This is what they are recommending for a chance to win your favorite pair of RMK shoes. And that's what you had to do to submit in this case. So sweepstakes is the first type, and there's a lot of opportunity to run sweepstakes. One of the variations of a sweepstakes that we offer with TabSite is the Sweepstakes Plus app. And the plus means that it adds a viral sharing element to it that allows people to, I can enter, and I'm going to take you to a live example here. So what you're seeing is a Facebook page where I have a demo of Sweepstakes Plus set up, and I created that and tell you what to do. Enter to win. Step number 2 is share to get more entries, and 3, come back daily to share and earn additional entries. All right. So with a Sweepstakes Plus, what you're offering the person that enters is the opportunity to get bonus entries that we track, and the requirement is that in order to do that, they have to use the sharing tool that shares it with a friend of theirs that we have implemented. And so basically you're incentivizing that entrant to share and extend the reach of your sweepstakes with their network. And the value of that is, again, that if you can get 10 people to enter and each of them shares it with one other person, we have just doubled the exposure of your promotion and the potential draw back to your tab for others to enter. And again, if they're so motivated, they can continue to do this in more ways. I want to make mention here of the Smart URL that I have out there, and this has more information on the Sweepstakes Plus, so you can copy that down now. I also will have that in the slides, so you'll be able to click on that when the slides do come through afterwards. But let's just jump over and take a look at that. Let me find the tab where I have that preloaded here. All right, so we're on my Facebook page here, and I created a simple sweepstakes form. We'll get back in the manager on one of the other apps coming up, so you'll see the back end of that, what it looks like, how to set that up. But it's a simple one. I'm asking the user to enter their name and their email address by agreeing to terms, and then enter. That registers the entry into the sweepstakes, and you'll notice that that we have an opportunity to give a thank you message. you are entered. Now, here's the things you can do. Share to get an additional entry, come back to share, and earn further entries on that. And here is a tally in the middle of the page that says you have entered this many, you have this many entries. I have one now because I just submitted it, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and select a friend. I start typing in, it narrows that down. All right, so the Facebook share comes up. And again, I've had an opportunity to load in the manager this image that says win a tab site, and I can customize a message. Whatever I want to say there, and share it. And I got a success message that this was shared with that friend, and now I have 2 entries in the contest. Facebook doesn't want to encourage spamming, so it's not like I can select all 400, 500 of my friends at one time and push that out to all of them. It is a one-by-one basis, and that's to keep it real, to keep it honest, and also Facebook has those policies in place to do that, to discourage spamming. So that's the example of a Sweepstakes Plus. It has the simple, again, it's going to be a random entry, but now I have 2 entries in this contest, and I could keep sharing with another friend, get 3 entries, get 4 entries, but it has the added bonus of others doing that sharing as well on our behalf to help get the reach out further. So that's a quick overview of Sweepstakes and the Sweepstakes Plus application, and I want to dive into the second type here. The second type of Facebook promotion that you can run is a deal and a coupon app. All right, and we're going to go through a number of types here, but promotions, deals, coupons are ways to attract people to your page, to grow your like count, and to get people either in your store or to your perhaps e-commerce website. Okay, so we have an example here of a coupon. And what we can do with a coupon is, in its simplest form, we could have a light gate on that. So we could have a image that comes up first that says, hey, like our page to be able to access this deal or offer. Once they have liked the page, then they would see this screen here which says get 10% off your next glamorous purchase, enter code, and there's the code that you would take to their website and enter it, and you can even make this image a link that clicks through to that very website. And then there's a form that says sign up to be notified of future coupon offers. You always want to have that as much as possible because, again, that's another method to market to them via email marketing down the pike, ongoing, forevermore. Okay, so what we can offer with a deal is some type of simple process to access a coupon, a deal, a download, a discount code, and again, this can work for a tremendous amount of industries, businesses, B2B, B2C, and there's a low barrier to entry. There's not too much required of them. In this case, it was liking the page. To do that, I'm going to show you a couple more examples as we go forward here. This was something that was recently offered by Dollywood in Tennessee, and this is a, I don't know what you call it, a amusement park, entertainment campus by Dolly Parton in Tennessee, and so they were giving a discount offer for people to get into their facility. You must present this coupon, and so their coupon was going to be accessed by entering their name and their email address, submitting that, and then on the thank you screen would have been the coupon to be able to either link to it or a download of it, so that someone could print that out and then bring that with them, say $5 off the one-day admission. Okay, and again, so that's a low barrier, name and email address, and then you're trying to increase your foot traffic. This can be helpful for businesses, retail businesses trying to get traffic in the door, is to offer a promotion coupon that they need to print out and bring in with them. But the only way to do that is to have it on a tab like that. And again, you could do multiple things with this. You could have a like gate on it. So first step is they have to like the page in order to even see this deal where they enter their name and email address. So step 2 would have been enter name and email address, and then they have access. And what have we gained from that? We've gained a fan. Our like counts went up. And number 2, we have gained an email address that we can market to in the future. And 3, hopefully they will follow through, print that out, and come in to our facility. So on the right, I do have a couple of promotion ideas for what you can do based on industry. And I mentioned the coupon code for B2C. That can also work for B2B as well. Printable deals, perhaps it's more geared towards a B2C company. For B2B, those doing business-to-business type sales, and your promotion may not be, it's a quasi promotion. You may be wanting to offer a free ebook. Maybe you've done some research, your company has, and in a certain area, this research can ultimately demonstrate why there's value in your product or your service, but people want a guide, they want information, and this can help them. So you offer a free ebook, and the way they access that is, and again, you can set this up however you want. By liking the page, they get access to it. By liking and then entering their name and email address, then they get access to the PDF download, that type of thing. Related to that is a webinar or offering a video that's gated. Okay, so to be able to access this 5-minute training video, 10-minute training video, whatever you put together, you require something of that user first, and this is hosted on a Facebook tab. Finally, I have a Black Friday example here, and for those globally here in the United States, we have Thanksgiving coming up this week on Thursday. It's a holiday, and the big kickoff for holiday shopping begins the next day. Black Friday is the Friday after Thanksgiving. And so Celsius was running a promotion last year that said, don't miss Black Friday, deal of the year, 50% off on all powders, use this coupon code. So they were anticipating people are going to use that online by taking the coupon code Black Friday and then going to their e-commerce site, which they could click through on the tab to do this. And the gate that was used in this case was a light gate. So people coming in had to, they would have first seen an image that said, like this page to access our Black Friday deal. And once they like the page reloads, shows this image, and they have everything they need to get the code to get 50% off on the powders, click through to go to the website. I want to mention, if you see my points 3 and 4 over here on the right, these are keys that you're going to need to utilize and be aware of for your promotion or contest. You're going to want to create a post from your Facebook page and to announce this. And it's not going to be just one post. You might want to anticipate telling them ahead of time that this is coming, and then you want to tell them that it's live. And I'm also going to encourage you to consider running a Facebook ad, a sponsored story on that post to drive traffic to it. So a sponsored story I'm differentiating from a post on the right-hand side, and the reason being that the right-hand side ads on Facebook are only visible to desktop users, and majority of Facebook users continue to access Facebook on their mobile devices. It's up in the 60% range and growing of people who are accessing Facebook primarily on their mobile device. And so to reach them most effectively, you want to, if you're going to do an ad, you want to run that on a post, and a sponsored story can be run on a post in Facebook. And so, and you can target that demographic that you want to reach. So if you're a local retailer, you can target your city, for instance. And there are other customizations you can do to that sponsored ad so that you're targeting just who your demographic is. But that's a great way to drive specific traffic to a tab. And then if you have a like gate on that, you are also growing your fan community for the future. Okay, so just to dive into a few of the different types of specific apps that you can use. TabSite has a number. We have two types of friend share deal apps. There's a friend share deal download, which by its title is a download, and a friend share deal reveal. And so in essence what this is you can set up a like gate. Again, that's optional if you want. And then after the like gate, if you have it, in order to access the deal, the visitor would need to share the link. They're going to click a button that says share this deal, and they're going to go through that friend share deal process that you saw me use on the Sweepstakes Plus. And once they have successfully done that, then the deal loads on the tab, and they have an opportunity, if it's a download, to be able to download that, or if it's a deal reveal, to show the picture of the image with the discount code, for instance, or instructions there. Okay, so that's the friend share apps. We also do have a coupon one, and some of the details that you can do with these things are setting limits on how many of these offers you have out there. So like the friend share, we have a group deal as well that it takes so many people in order for it to be active, or the friend share can have a limit set on how many you want to offer of that. You can have a date range so that if you want it to end December 1st, that it will automatically end at that specified time, and in its place you have the opportunity to set up an image. Hey, this deal is now over. Enter your name and email address to be on the list for future deals like that. Okay, and what we do is we can track the people that shared that and how many they shared it with. And if you want more details on all of those deal apps, I have that smart URL on the right there that you can note to get access to that. All right, I want to dive into the third type of Facebook promotion now, and that is contests. Okay, so contests are a great opportunity, and this is kind of one of our primary niches and most popular type of items. Contests can range from a photo contest, which I think is the most popular, to a video contest where people do actually submit videos, to an essay or tagline contest where they're submitting some type of little mini story or a statement or a recommended tagline, something where they're entering some text that people are going to vote on, their story, whatever that is. Why a contest? It does offer more engagement, okay? Because you think through what we've talked about thus far, it was pretty much one-to-one, and with the friend share, it was 1 to maybe 2, 1 to maybe 3, that type of thing, because someone's going to come and they're going to enter. All right, so that's 1-to-1. Or with the friend share one, they're going to enter and maybe they're going to share it, maybe with 2, maybe with 3, maybe with 4, maybe with 10. Okay, but with a photo contest, the person who enters is motivated significantly to try and help themselves get more votes, and so they do a lot of the work of promoting your contest as they try to share with all of their friends to get more votes. And again, perhaps you can run a photo contest that people can vote daily, for instance. All right, so then there's motivation for them to come back day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and vote for their friend in the photo contest, which is more engagement. Why does engagement matter? Because that helps build affinity. That's Facebook tries to show posts in the news feed to individual users based on a number of criteria of how well they are connected to that entity. And one of the things they look at going into that, whether they display it, is how much has this person interacted with that page in the past. All right, and I know Facebook takes a look at like your last 50 interactions is one of the criteria they look at on Facebook. The last 50 things that you did something like a like, a comment, or a share on, or you interacted on that Facebook page or with that friend. The more you interact with something on Facebook, the more Facebook sees that as a priority for you, and the more they will show you those posts from that page or that friend in the future. And so with a photo contest, we're helping, even by people voting, by people entering, and by people voting, their affinity to your Facebook page to grow so that they have more opportunity to see your information in the future. Another thing with photo contests is that there is a better qualifying. It's not just a random entry. The way you set your contest up it can be a skill level involved. So we're going to vote on the best photo, or something like that. So something that better qualifies them. Again, that's dependent upon you making the focus of the photo contest relevant to your company, to your product, to your service, so that those entering have some type of connection to your business goals. And with a photo contest, you can do fan voting, which is most common, but also even judge voting or two-stage voting. So there's the opportunity to remove the public vote buttons on a photo contest in our app, and you can just say, hey, we have a panel of judges who are going to be selecting the winner. And now one of the barriers to that, as I already talked about before, is that fans aren't voting. It is good for fans to vote because then they're more integrated, interested, and it helps with the affinity connection. But you could do a two-stage where fan voting takes it from 1,000 entries down to the top 10, for instance, and then there's going to be judge voting on the final top 10, or you can even do fan voting a second round on that final top 10, kind of like American Idol or some of the television shows do in this case. So let's dive in to a couple more contest items. I already mentioned that they're more skill-based. Voting determines the winner, and you get traffic from entrants and from voters. So there's that inspiration by the entrant to seek out people to vote for them. And again, it can work for many different industries. A photo contest can, and that's, you have to think through creatively what can be a focus. Thinking ahead here in the next 4 to 5 weeks. In the States, again, we have a lot of holidays coming up, and so tying a photo contest, for instance, to a particular holiday, or making it relevant to that. Show us your best family Christmas picture. Whatever that might be, can be a way to tie things together and to kind of piggyback onto the holiday, the season that you're in. I want to go through a quick case study, and this was by a Facebook page by a professional photographer, and the photographer's niche was doing weddings, and so she ran a Facebook photo contest showcasing. She didn't have visitor loaded entries. All right, she selected and preloaded the entries for people to vote on. They happened to be the 24 weddings that she had done that year. She took one picture from each of the 24 weddings that she had done to date that year, and she posted those up as the entries. She let each of those couples know that their photo from their wedding was up with the opportunity to win a 11 by 14 wall hanging of that particular photo. So that motivated these newlyweds to want to share that with their family and their friends, particularly those who attended. So if they had, 200 people at the wedding, they were trying to get the word out to all 200 of them. She had voting as one time per day, and she actually did a two-stage. So she ran it first for, I want to say it was like 7 days for stage 1, and then it narrowed down to 3 finalists who moved on to the final round of voting, and that final round of voting was about over a 5-day time period. So she got votes, people coming back daily to vote to try to push their favorite into the finals, and then our system automatically said, okay, these are the top 3 vote getters at that cutoff deadline that she set in the manager area. So at that point in time, people coming back to the tab saw, okay, these are the 3 finalists, and now voting has started over. They all started at 0 again for that final stage of the 3 finalists, and what she found was that she had a tremendous growth in her Facebook community. She did use a light gate on it, so in order to be able to vote for the first time, people had to like the Facebook page, and then she found a connection. I mean, she was growing, and this was not a massive Facebook page. I think she had a little over 800 fans when she started, and over that 10, 12, 14-day time period, she grew to over 1,100 fans. So her fan count grew. Her affinity grew because these voters were connecting to her Facebook page, and ultimately she was booking more weddings, more family photo shoots, more baby photo shoots out of this because of the exposure of people sharing these photos and saying, hey, take a look at this one, vote for this one, and the game engagement that occurred because of that. So let's dive into the back end in the Facebook Manager just so you can see a little bit more specifically how to set one of these up. And again, what I'm trying to talk about here with promotions and contests is that these can be set up some in as little as 10 minutes, a couple minutes here. With the photo contest, obviously you want to think through some of the details a little bit longer, but you can still run these. I mean, you even still have time if you're in the U.S. You want to do some type of deal or promotion for Black Friday. You still have time for that. You definitely still have time for things, holidays in later December. So let's flip over to the manager. All right. So I'm in the back end of Tab Site Manager now, and I'm on a Facebook page. And I have a number of tabs up the top. You can see I have a services, a sign up, but what we're going to do is start one from scratch. So in the Tab Site Manager, I click Add Tab, and I can name my tab. And we give you some preset tab images that would be on your Facebook page. So I'm going to select a contest one since that's the direction I want to go right here. And as I proceed forward then, I'll be given a selection of either engagement apps or drag and build. And so we allow you to have two different types of apps. The main difference is that engagement apps are simple setup. You basically fill out a form, answer the questions, and then from that, we create this contest for you. You'd say, okay, when do I want it to start? When do I want it to stop? What header image do I want? What button color do I want for the vote button? You make some decisions and set it up. The drag and build, by contrast, allows more customization. It's great for designers, and who want to get kind of pixel perfect about it, because they can move things around and add some other features, a little bit more. So it gives you more control. It does take a little bit more design style knowledge to use, and so we have two opportunities there. I'm going to go for the engagement app contest here, which is one of our most popular. So what you get next is a selection. These are all the different apps that TabSite offers, and by hovering over it gives me details on that. I can get over here to the contest one, the trophy, and it gives me a description. Yep, that's the one I want. So I click on it, and then it brings up the manager area to load. All right, so I'm just going to run through it quick and give you an example here. I did set up a couple images ahead of time, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my image that I made and drop it into my header. We give you the sizes there. It says load an image that's 810 by 75. Basically, some type of introductory. This is what's going to be at the top of your contest. And I put, here, photo contest, enter to win. All right, so then I'm going through a number of the details here. Contest title. What do I want to call it? This is basically for private information, because you're going to be able to export this, and if you've got 5 contests that you've run over the last 2 months, you want to be able to tell them apart. I'm just going to leave it at the date right now. That's a simple way for me to tell. Do I want to be alerted each time someone submits an entry? I can do that via email if I want. I'm just going to go ahead and put in our support email address. I don't have to have that live if I want. And then my next selections are the type of photo contest: photo, video, or essay. And then there's a toggle beside it if I wanted to use only page admin entries, which would take away the public's ability to submit their own entries. But in this case, I want to allow the public to submit their entries. So I'm going down through. I have a photo contest, and basically I'm at the next option. Below are some of the customizations that I want to do for my social sharing buttons, because I can preset the tweet button. So if somebody's going to share this photo contest from the tab with someone else, I can pre-craft the tweet that they're going to share. Another thing is that I can load the Lightgate image. So if I want them to like the Facebook page before they can get access to either enter or to vote, I can load a Lightgate image here at 810 by 610. I can change some of the styles, such as the background, text color, link color, those items. I'll get to the other promotional tools in a second, but let's keep going on. So next, and so just want to give you a guide that every time I hit next, I'm basically going down through this left menu list here. All right, so right now I went from choose contest type, now I'm at voting options. I can always just click through one of these and get to that one faster if I want to, if I'm coming back to manage something. So I was on voting options. So again, voting frequency. How do I want them to vote? Daily. Daily means once every 24 hours. So if they vote at 1 p.m., then they can vote after 1 p.m. the next day. I can set how many votes they can get. So if I want them to be able to vote maximum of 5 times, then I can set that. If I want to run 2-stage, so I'm going through. We give you some options on how you want the security. You want a valid contest. We give you options. So the first one is by verified Facebook accounts. So that means they have to accept permissions from us. It says, hey, this contest wants to know who you are. We ask for the most basic information that we can, but that's basically to verify that it is a legitimate Facebook user. And the other way to do that is just through like an IP address, and so therefore we're tracking where they came from to vote. And so that can be a way to verify that someone can't just vote 500 times and try to hide who they are, because if it's by IP address, we're able to tell that, okay, that IP address voted once. Okay, what do the rules say? They can only vote once. Okay, then they can't vote anymore. So we give you some security options there to make sure of the integrity of your contest. with layout. Okay, so this is like when people enter, how many do you want to display at one time? So right now it's by 3 rows by 3. You can change some of the things. How do you instruct people what to do to a vote image? Okay, so if I want to put a vote image in there, I can grab an image and place that in. It's going to load it. What options do I want to display on the contest? Do I want to show the title that they've entered? Do I want to have a vote button on the thumbnail, just on the large view? So you're kind of just going through, customizing things. What, again, I mentioned this before, what color do I want the vote button to be? Okay, so let's say I want it to be a dark blue. So I can change the vote button to dark blue. How do I want entries to be displayed? We're just giving you the ability to make decisions there. And then in sharing options, all right, so this is what happens after someone has entered or after someone has voted. Do I want to give them the ability to share it via Twitter, to via Google Plus, or to Pinterest? And again, Pinterest worked well for that photographer. So people were, voting for their favorite, and then afterwards they were pinning it to their Pinterest board. And so when someone saw that on Pinterest, they clicked on that image, it brought them back to that specific entry on the Facebook tab so they could vote. The friend share that we talked about earlier with Sweepstakes Plus is involved here so that I can enter and then use that friend share to begin alerting my friends that, hey, I've entered this contest, come vote for me. And the Facebook page that is running the contest gets to set up some details of what that friend share involves, that image, the title, description, and of course, the next item is start and end dates. That's always important. Time zones specific there, and we give you a couple other details such as pre-contest. So you could have a countdown timer that would display ahead of time if you want, or you don't have to have any pre-contest information, because this can help you if you're going to promote it ahead of time. Hey, this contest is going to start December 1st, and come and check it out. So you could have information, what it's going to be, what they could win, how often they could vote, and have a countdown timer listed there for your pre-contest if you want. And let me see where I put in my start and end dates. I have it starting today already, so it'll be live. Okay. I went through pre-contest. Entry form. Again, this is where you were setting up what do you want them, someone who's entering their photo, to submit. All right, so a given here is the name, and so that's what that field is. The first name would be name, and let's say that I definitely want to enter a email address. So I can create another field with email address. It's as simple as clicking to add a new field. I can change the order of those if I so choose, and I can also set what displays publicly. So you might not want the entrance email address to display. It's off by default, and but you can have it on so that only you as a page admin can see it. You always have access to this because we allow you to see those entries and manage those later on. And then you can have a thank you message. What do you want to say after they've entered? Finally, a post contest. Do you want to display the winner? Okay, show a link to all the entries, show the winner, show how many winners that you want to display at the end, and this will happen on that set time. So if you had the contest end at December 1st at 1 a.m., so if somebody comes at 1:01 a.m., the live contest is no longer going to be there, but they would say they would get to see who the winner is if you've set that to show. So that's the kind of granularity we give you, and this will happen automatically. It's not like you have to stay up at 1 a.m. and manage that. We let you enter the contest rules, so it's a complete setup guide. And as I mentioned before, I'm not going to go through all those pieces there, but what I would do at the end, when I've got it, I would save and publish. From the Save menu drop down, I'm going to get a success message, and it says, oh, we're going to publish the tab to your Facebook page, so select your little icon. Each app has a little icon that goes with it. That's just a Facebook requirement that they do. You select a color that's relevant there, and it's going through the process of publishing this to the Facebook page. Now, the other thing I want to point out, this is very important, is we're giving you promotional tools here, all right? And the top one is the Get Smart URL. I want you to get this URL because Facebook does not natively allow mobile users to access tabs. So you need this smart URL to publish in your post. So when you announce your contest on your Facebook page, you want to say, hey, check out our photo contest, enter to win, get people to vote for you, click on this URL, and this is the URL, this smart URL that you're going to want to do, because we do the work on your behalf to detect when somebody clicks on that link in the Facebook news feed, or if they click on it in an email or Twitter or whatever, to say, are they on a mobile device or are they on a desktop, mobile, or a notebook computer? Show them the right version, and we do that for them. So let's go ahead and go on over to Facebook. Let's see, this was the tab we were on. Actually, I'm just going to put in the smart URL that I had copied. Now, it's determining that I'm on a desktop, so it's going to show me the desktop version, and it's loading this contest. So this was the header image that I had loaded, photo contest. This was the vote image that said that I had loaded up that says, enter, upload photo of yourself, vote daily, gives the instructions there, and you could win. All right. Now, since I just published it now, there's no entry, so it says be the first to enter. Let's just take a look at the form quickly. All right. So here's the form. And again, remember we created two fields, name and email address, so they're there. So if I wanted to enter, I'd enter my name, I'd enter my email address, I'd enter my photo that I want to use, and do I want to put a image title to display? I'd have to agree to the rules, I'd submit, I'm entered. All right, so that's the basics of a photo contest. I'm going to flip back to my slides there. If you want to go through the complete overview, note the bit.ly link at the bottom there, bit.ly/tabsite contest, and that'll get you to a web page with complete instructions, including a YouTube video that's on that page that guides you through every step of the process, the things that I included and things that I went through quickly there. That was a contest. Our fourth type that I want to go through is the multi-network promotions. All right, so what I mean by multi-network promotions, I mean Facebook plus something else. So something like Instagram, Pinterest, or Twitter. And I have a Instagram photo contest example up here. And this is a Pinterest promotion. So what we're doing in this case is it's called the Pin Deal app. And what people do is they come to the Facebook page, and their instructions are to be able to access the deal, you need to pin it to Pinterest. And there's a red, bottom right there, red pin to reveal Pinterest button. So they would click that button, and it would prompt them to pin to a board on their Pinterest account. And once they do, then the offer is revealed to them. All right, so that's a way to, because you can have a light gate on this, so we can grow our fan community on Facebook. Then we're helping to get exposure out on Pinterest. If our community participates largely in Pinterest, this can be a good idea for us. And so then people from Pinterest seeing this pin, if that person has followers, people can click through on that. They click through, they're coming directly to this tab. Then they're able to see and participate in this. And so it's a way to grow your followers on Pinterest and your fans on Facebook, and to have those interact together. Another example is Instagram is a multi-network contest. Is a Instagram submitted photo on a contest that's hosted on your Facebook page. So Facebook, again, is always the foundation, largest social network, most active social network, but others, have interaction. People are also spending time on some others, so this is a way to combine those. So here, this was a pet store, and they were running a pet photo contest You submitted your pet in a holiday Christmas starry pet was the title of it, via Instagram. So people would, you can only load Instagram photos on a mobile device. Okay, that's the way Instagram works. And so people would go to Instagram and load a photo, and it would be by instructions, and I don't have the instructions up on this one, on this page. I'm on the gallery type view here, but it would give you a hashtag that people had to load to comment on their, when they loaded to Instagram. It would say, hey, this is my, pet scooter, and using hashtag whatever the contest had said, like starry pet might have been the hashtag. And so we pull in, based on the settings that you as Facebook page admin control, what hashtag you wanted to use. We pull those images in from Instagram and display them here. And we pull them in by a date range. So if your contest is November 1 to November 15th, we can pull just images loaded during that time period with your hashtag, and people can vote on them here. So again, it's a way to interact across social networks, Facebook and Instagram, and make those things happen together. The fifth type is timeline contest. This is the newest type of Facebook promotion that's offered. This just came out at the end of August. Previously, you always had to run contests on tabs. Facebook changed the rules and allow you to run them in the newsfeed. So you can create a post and run a promotion or a contest right there in the newsfeed. On the right is an example here. This is by La Rue Chic Boutique and a women's clothing store. And there's their post. And they did a post with an image. So it says, it's giveaway time. Click like and comment for your chance to win a $50 gift card. One winner will be randomly selected at 4 p.m. And so people had to click like, and they had to comment on it, and they had a picture here in their post. So this is just run totally in the newsfeed, okay? And people needed to do that to be able to enter, and then at a certain point in time, they were going to select a random winner out of that, okay? So with newsfeed, you can get visitors to enter by simply liking a post, by commenting on a post, by commenting with a photo on a post. And we have a tool that allows you to set up and deploy these easily. You can do it right on the newsfeed on Facebook if you want, but you can also do it within our tool. But we also have a tool at www.timelinecontest.com that you can learn more about it, because say you have 500 people comment on it and you want to pick one of those randomly out of that. That might get a little unruly for you. So we allow you to, we have a random winner picker within our Tab Site Manager in the Timeline Contest area. And you can pull in that post and say, I want 2 winners out of that 500, or I want 1 winner out of that 500, all those entries. And we run that scenario for you and deliver you that winner. So we can help you with those details. Why would you run a timeline contest? Here's another example on the right. Contest, enter to win. They're easy to run. You create a post. Now, there are some rules with that. Facebook does say that you have to have a rules and disclaimer as a part of that, whether it's in the image or whether it's in the text. And you cannot have people share it as a form of entry, all right, with timeline contests. But here's the types you can do. You can do a like to win, a comment to enter. So you could do like a trivia, because you could say in your post, hey, we're gonna pick from all the correct answers, one person to win is the answer to this question A, B, C, or D, and you outline those, and maybe the answer was C, and so then you're looking, you go through all the comments there and figure out who had the correct answer, and you can select from that random winner. So you can kind of do a trivia in the newsfeed. You can do something that's a like and a comment, or I mentioned before, a comment with a photo. Finally, when we go through a guide to deciding, now I've talked about timeline contests just now, and I talked about tab contests earlier. What's going to be best for you? Here's some guides to that. A timeline contest is going to be best if you need to launch right away. Okay, I mean If you just want to create a post and get it out there, and you're going to choose a random winner at 3 hours from now, a timeline contest can be a good way to go. And it can be a way to get fast engagement, all right? So it's not going to necessarily, you can't guarantee that they're going to like your Facebook page, because there's other ways that they could see your posts that they might not even like your page, but it can be fast engagement in the sense that they have to like, they have to comment in order to enter. Those likes and comments are valuable for them to see your posts in the future. Okay, so if you're going to perhaps run a deal in the future, then this can be a precursor to that to help you build up some engagement, so that when you do that post on the deal later on, your reach is greater on that. And again, timeline contests can be run free of charge if you have no budget at all, just by putting a post out there and you kind of manage it yourself. A tab app contest, on the other hand, is going to be best for you if you want to grow your page likes, because you can specifically have a like gate on the tab. It's going to be most helpful if you want to capture leads, such as the email address for future marketing, and that's important. And if you want more design control, you want more advanced features like all that we went through there. So that's going to be key with a tab contest. And I just wanted to highlight my link there that I had said. Okay, one more time. smarturl.it/compare contests. I have a blog post that outlines more details, what I recommend, some of the differences between tab contests, timeline contests, how you might want to think through some of the scenarios to think what's going to be best for me, or do I want to use a timeline contest first to build up some engagement and then do a photo contest, that type of thing. Going back to promotions, reason number one why they're valuable for your Facebook page is that engagement increases, okay? Likes, shares, comments. And likes, shares, and comments are all important for more people to see more of your newsfeed content, your posts in the future. The average Facebook user has a possibility of 1,500 roughly different posts that they could see per day from their fans, from their friends, I should say, and pages that they've liked. They're only going to see about 20% of them based on some of these criteria of, have they interacted with this in the past? Have they commented? Have they liked it? And so you're helping your page get seen more by people by running a promotion so that they're engaging with it. Reason number two is lead capture. Facebook is a great place. People are spending time there. The average Facebook user on each visit to Facebook is spending 20 minutes, okay? And it's overall they're spending 7 hours per month on average on Facebook. That is more than 2 times number 2, which is the Google properties. Google searches, Gmail, and YouTube all combined only equal 3.5 hours per month compared to 7 for the average Facebook user. People are spending time on Facebook. It's an opportunity for you to engage them and ultimately then to capture leads, because that email address is gold in my opinion, because it helps you now because you're connecting with them and you've built engagement, but with that email address then you're able to market to them in the future. It's a known entity. People check their email. If it's in the inbox, it must be dealt with. Going back to our process on Facebook, at the far left with Facebook, by growing your fan community, you can use promotions to do that. It can help build your fan base up through the like gates. And then even through timeline contests, you can build engagement. You want to get fans, and you want to get engaged fans, and then you can run deals, promotions, sweepstakes, and contests that ultimately people have to enter. And they give you a name and email address, either to enter, and that is then a lead, and you can then use that lead and nurture that in an ongoing manner, whether it's email marketing, drip marketing campaigns that way to move them down the pike to becoming customers. Now with a promotion, with a deal offer, you could ultimately get them from fan to lead to customer right away on Facebook. As you saw with some of those, the Black Friday deal 50% off, use this discount code, so they click through and go to your e-commerce website and check out right away. So there is that possibility, but this is the process we're talking about and how contest promotions matter to you in that. Now, you've built these items up. Which one do you want to use? Okay, I'm going to go back and say you need to understand your audience. Okay, what's going to connect with them? Who are they? What's their pain? What's their passion? What's their need? All right, that's the angle is going to help you decide upon, this deal offer or this type of contest, and what you want to do, how long it should be, what the angle of that contest promotion should be. When you do it, you need to know that if you do it on a tab, that you have to drive traffic to the tab by making posts about it. Here's an example of a post. A little bit of text, has a link using the smart URL, and a image. Images capture attention in the newsfeed. People can see those and they click on it. All right, so that's important. You need to think through pre-promotion post, during promotion post, and at the end of that. Again, the smart URL is critical because on a mobile device, you can't natively navigate to tabs. Okay, only if you're using a smart URL in a post in the newsfeed, and allowing us to do that work for you to be able to click on that link to detect are they on a mobile or are they on a desktop. If they're on a mobile, then show them a mobile-friendly version, which we can do for you. So that's important. If you want to read more about that, go to that bit.ly link /smarturl to read the details there. We always give you that in any of our tab apps. If you're using TabSite, you always have this smart URL option to be able to click that and get that to use in all your publicity that you're doing to promote. You want to schedule posts for prime time. Okay, if your and Facebook Insights in your Facebook page gives you details under posts of when your fans are online. Okay, so if you can see trends there. So if your fans are online at 12 noon, at 5 p.m. and at 9 p.m. are peak times, then you want to schedule posts to go out at those times when they're most likely to be on Facebook, so that they can see it, you'll be able to be aware of it and click through. So you're using some strategy there to determine best times. Facebook gives you that information. I'm recommending that you do pre-announce. So you want to announce, hey, we got something coming up. All right, and get that out there. Write a blog post about it, your email marketing. Then you want to announce the launch, and then you want to repeat the launch announcement. Okay, so there's a number of tiers of posts that you want to get ready to promote your contest or promotion. Kind of winding down here and getting to your questions then. 3 types of content that I talk about on Facebook are top of the funnel content, which is where you're trying to engage, whether that's timeline contest, that's relevant information. That's your general posting where you're trying to get people to engage with the audience. I have a friend who talks about this as putting in fishing language, you're putting chum in the water. Okay, so if you're trying to go out and do some serious fishing for sharks, for example, they're going to go ahead of time and put some chum in the water. That's some bait. That's some loose stuff that tries to attract the crowd. Okay, you're trying to attract the crowd, get them closer to you. That's what engaging is. Then in the middle, you want to capture. So that's rolling out your contest or promotion tabs with lead capture, so that people are entering in their name and email address, because then you have captured a lead if you have that email address. And then the bottom is closure types of content. This is where they can act on a deal. They can print out that coupon and bring it into your store in the next 48 hours to get the deal. All right, so let's dive into some final pieces here as we wrap up. One of the things that you can do to help me is give me some feedback. So keep our Facebook page. You can even open that up in another browser tab right now. And I have the post pinned at the top that says that webinar was coming. If if you want to put a comment there, I would love to have it. Facebook.com/tabsite. What's one takeaway? What's one thing that was helpful to you? This helps me as we plan for things going forward. I just need to know what was helpful to you, and be glad to have you post that on our Facebook page. Thank you for that. What I'm going to do for you is give you a special offer on if you want to do it yourself tab site, okay, and you want to do it soon. I'm going to give you in the next 48 hours 30% off a monthly plan, 50% off my best deal of the year, a yearly plan. All you need to do is enter the code GetTabSite at checkout. All right, enter the code GetTabSite. There's no spaces in that. GetTabSite all together at checkout. You'll see your discount apply there for TabSite. That's for you who want to get started right away. In the next 48 hours, you can take advantage of that offer. Another note, maybe this was new to you and you said, oh my gosh, all I know now is that I don't know enough about this. We're here to help in that regard. I have two ways that I can help. Number one, if you want me to do a audit of your Facebook page, what are you doing right? What do I recommend? I do some of those, and that has a price tag to it because I have limited time, and what it involves is I'll review it according to a 12-point checkup list. I give you a written report and a video of me going through it. Then I'll have a 30-minute online consult with you explaining what I found, what I saw, and then 3 weeks after that I do an additional 30-minute to see how you've done in implementing things. I do have a price tag, $800 on that, if you have interest in those types of things. Now, maybe that's too big of a price tag. I do have something coming up that's getting ready to start next week. It's called Training Camp, and this is going to be a group where we're going to dive in deeper into each of these topics: promotions, posting, how to use Facebook for marketing, how to use it for email capture, how does it tie into other online marketing that you have. I'm going to be doing over a 3-week time period, starting next week, 2 sessions a week, 6 powerful online sessions. They're all going to be recorded, and each of them is going to have a group question and answer time. I've got a number of free ebook exclusive resources that I'm going to make available, like a guide to timeline contests, your own 12-point checkup list, and I'm going to host all of this with a private Facebook group where we can interact. I'm going to limit the sign-ups to 40 people, and I'm going to do a audit video of your Facebook page for you to help you get started in all this process. All right, so I do have Training Camp opening, and I want to give you the details on that. smarturl.it/train2013. You see at the bottom of the page there. smarturl.it/train2013. If you want more details on that, it has all of the components and the sessions broken down, what's going to be included in that. Group size is limited, and the early bird discount ends Sunday night because things do start then next week. So I just want to outline that to you. And I need to get to our winner. All right, so I'm going to give away a free Platinum Plan tab site, and this is going to be free for life. The winner of that is Linda McMahon. Linda McMahon. I will look up your email address in the notes after that and get that out to you, Linda. Now, let me get back to the questions here. All right, there's a question. Which aspect would you recommend for a nonprofit looking to increase local brand awareness and increase fundraising capacity? All right, so a nonprofit, you can definitely think through some possibilities. Maybe you have, again, some gear. Maybe you have T-shirts. You have some type of thing that connects with your nonprofit and the mission of your nonprofit. You could run a simple little sweepstakes with a light gate on it in that regard. That and then the key is that you can send out, you can promote that on Facebook in a post, and then Facebook allows you to target your posts. So you want to narrow your post range down to your area, if it's your city, region in there, or specific demographics. And you might even want to run an ad on your post, a sponsored story, so that you can increase your reach. And because with an ad, of course, it's not limited to just people who have connected with you or fans, but you can be friends of fans, and you can target them. So that would drive traffic to the tab. They'd have to like the page to enter to win, the T-shirt, for example. And then you'd want to capture their name and email address for them to be entered. Perhaps you'd want to use the Sweepstakes Plus. You could do the friend share so that they're getting more entries by sharing it with their friends. And that can help you get some buzz that way, and connect to grow your audience, get them to connect with it. Let's see here. There was a question about if you're already a platinum member, can you use the discount? So the discount applies for upgrades or new plans. And a upgrade, for instance, would be from platinum monthly to platinum yearly. That could apply in this regard. So it's available for, the discount is for upgrades or new plans. And let me see if I got through those. Other questions? All right, I think we tackled those. I'll go back to that nonprofit question again, and just note that timeline contests can also be a way to encourage participation. So, and that's a low threshold. So perhaps you want to say, I don't know what your mission is. So that's I was trying to think of that, but let's think of a pet rescue mission. Okay, so maybe there's advocates who have adopted a rescued pet, and so you could have a timeline contest where they enter a photo of their pet, and maybe it's holiday related. I don't know, something like that. But what that does is get that intersected audience to interact with your post, and if they have to comment with a photo entry, then they're going to be motivated to try to share that to get people to come back. And maybe you're going to say, hey, and get people to like your photo, and the photo comment with the most likes is going to be the winner. And so therefore they're trying to share that as well. And again, you're getting more people to interact, to get them to like and to comment on a post on your page, which helps them see your posts in the future where you're talking about other things, your mission, your posts that are related to your entity. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up with that. If there are questions that I have not answered, you can help me out by posting those on our Facebook page, facebook.com/tabsite, and I will get to those. And again, if you are looking for the training camp, you can find more information on that at smarturl.it/train2013.